Hi everyone, this is Pamela and welcome to my channel. So today I just would like to address, relationships are really, fulfilling. They make you feel happy. Everything looks completely different whenever this relationship is good, or you're just on this first stage of the relationship where everything is exciting. However, the importance of meeting the right person and being able to discern whether or not somebody is good for you will make a big difference when it comes to building a relationship that it's going to bring you joy. However, when you're not mature enough and then you start choosing for the wrong reasons, then you are going to find yourself in situations where you are being disrespected, when you're not being valued, and then you find yourself allowing these type of things for the sake of not leaving the relationship. So which are the signs that you are being disrespected in the relationship? And sometimes these are so subtle, or sometimes we normalize some of these things because we went through this when we were children, or we just don't have boundaries, or we don't have the self-esteem to put or to know when this is not acceptable whenever we are dealing with somebody else, especially when it comes to a love relationship. So number one, ignoring or interrupting. Consistently interrupting or talking over the partner during conversations can convey a lack of respect for their thoughts and opinions. And I guess there's not much that I have to explain about this, which is pretty obvious because in general, and this is something that it's applied with everyone, whenever you are polite and you respect others, you first listen whatever they have to say, you wait your turn to speak, and of course then you create a healthy and easygoing conversation. But if you find yourself like you are spending time with your partner, with your other half, and you constantly find that this person is talking over you and is interrupting you, that means that they don't care about what you have to say, and sadly they don't respect you. Number two, disregarding boundaries. Ignoring or disregarding the partner's boundaries, whether physical, emotional, or personal, demonstrates a lack of consideration for their autonomy and comfort. And, when somebody explicitly says, let's say, for example, you are in a relationship and there's something that bothers you, and you try to communicate this with your partner and you tell them clearly, being respectful, and then this person do it again and again knowing that this actually bothers you, that just means that they are not respecting your boundaries whatsoever. They don't love you, because that's a way of showing that they're not being considerate with you, and that it is not worth it to keep wasting your time into this kind of connection. Number three, withholding information. Intentionally keeping secrets or withholding important information from the partner can erode trust and create an atmosphere of secrecy and distrust. And this is pretty common. I will say that's why, and this is not something just to use it as an excuse, of course, but there's people that just try to seek or look to check the other half phone for this reason, because they always feel that this other person is always hiding things that the other person is supposed to know. Let's say, for example, they have a co-worker that is flirting, or that is just having inappropriate type of conversation, and then you hide it from your partner. That just create a type of feeling that something it's not reliable, and that can happen behind your back. And aside from it, there are many other examples, but hiding information from your partner is not respecting them. Imagine if you were in their position and they were doing these type of things, how would you feel? Sometimes that is a question that you need to always do to yourself whenever you're doing or acting in a way that you're not feeling for sure whether this is good or bad. Like, ask yourself, how would you feel if this other person do this to you? And of course, this is not the first time somebody addressing like this type of a question that you're supposed to be doing, but it's something to remind you. You always ask yourself, what if somebody do it to me? How would I feel? And if the answer is negative, of course, stop doing it. Um, Number four, invalidating emotions. Minimizing or dismissing the partner's emotions by saying things like, "You're overreacting, it's not a big deal," can make them feel unheard and devalued. And this is also pretty common, especially when you're dealing with a narcissist, where whatever they do, and they do it on purpose to hurt you, they going to start gaslighting and using this type of phrases just to invalidate whatever you're feeling, because they know that this will cause further pain, and this is their supply. Sometimes you're not actually or not precisely dealing with a narcissist, because many people can intentionally or on purpose do this type of things. But if they constantly do it, if they do it on a daily basis, where you just say, "Look, this is what's happening," you try to express your emotion, and then you feel this person is not taking you seriously for it, and then they say that you're crazy or that you're overreacting all the time whenever they continuing doing this type of disrespectful things towards you, then it's something just to think about before you continue this type of relationship. Number five, passive aggressive behavior. Using passive aggressive tactics such as giving the silent treatment, making sarcastic remarks, or using subtle jabs can create tension and undermine open communication and trust. And I guess this can be create or this can only create more distance towards a couple, because instead of making you closer, this would just make you run away from this and make you create resentment towards the other person, that is start having this type of attitude whenever they also did something wrong, and instead of apologizing and having a mature attitude, then they start having this type of behaviors that just would lead to separation at the end. And last, that is undermining confidence, making subtle comments or gestures that undermine the partner's confidence or self-esteem, even if disguised as joke, can chip away at their self-worth over time. And this is really dangerous whenever you are exposed to abuse of this type of way, because this is a way of abuse as well. When your partner, that is a person that is supposed to love you, that is a person that is supposed to find you attractive, may start saying jokes about your appearance, or start saying comments, and then say, "I wasn't serious about this," then this creates a lot of insecurities towards you, and you start feeling like, "Oh, okay, I think I'm not attractive enough, I'm not worth it," and systematically that will make you become the worst version of yourself. So that's why it is so important to always identify this type of things, because the more you expose to this, the less it's going to be easy for you to be able to see these red flags and these type of attitudes that are going to harm you more by exposing yourself into this type of psychological abuse. And this is something to always think about. Relationships are not easy, but especially if you find yourself in a relationship where you with somebody that is constantly disrespecting you. Disrespect is not only show when somebody's yelling at you, but in these subtle ways that I just mentioned, that can actually be really dangerous, as some people is not able to see the disrespect from afar because they grew up with the disrespect from their parents, and they normalize this type of behavior, and that's why they find themselves into these type of relationships over and over again, and they don't find a way of go out of this cycle. That's why education is so important for you, just to improve yourself, for you to find yourself in living experiences that are going to make you better as a person, and knowing that having a couple is not always the best thing. Sometimes it's better to be by yourself before finding somebody that is going to add into your healthy life, but you need to become healthy first by yourself. So if you like the video, I would like you to subscribe into my channel to keep me alive, and especially to share it to somebody that you think that might actually need this, because this is a very important topic. So as I always say, I do this with all my heart, and see you the next time. Bye bye.